Hi, we're Group 11, and we did our project on health and economic factors.
So the main objective was to create an interactive visualization to show global relationships between health and economic factors in a way that provides a simple design that that's user-friendly and accessible. Prior art, our first example, an interaction with one of the dynamics maps was Gapminder. One of the pros was that it was extensive. It had an extensive set of data, and that it had the ability to filter countries and color code. But the cons were that the plots cannot be viewed simultaneously, and that one factor world map lacked meaningful visualization.
Our second example is the WHO interactive visualization. And this is our kind of first example that we use that showed kind of the correlations between data between countries and certain health and economic factors.
All of the data that we imported came from the World Bank and the World Health Organization, which was selected for the basis of the data being clean and easy to manipulate. So first overview of how we went about our data cleaning. We imported the data from the World Bank and the World Health Organization using APIs in R. We removed all the NA values and eliminated redundancies amongst the columns. Then we joined the data sets with the country codes using the ISC or ISO3 standard, and we spread the data frames on the basis of the year. For the world map, we additionally merged all of the information for latitude and longitude for each corresponding countries from the world maps package in R to the data frame that we had already cleaned. This allowed us to both view the latitude and longitude in the data frame, as well as all of the information for a specific country, for a specific factor that we had selected on the UI.
For the Scatterplot, we took all the data frames of individual factors that were selected based on the input from the UI, and then we performed an error join between the two based on the country to get the data frame as you see there that has the X and Y value, and then we removed any records with NA values from the plot.
And then we put both of these aspects into a UI. We had our world map on top and we had our scatter plot on the bottom. And what these both did is they interacted with each other. So you could kind of see different data points that would apply depending on what you wanted to plot. And this was dynamic as you wanted to factor through years and that kind of thing.
For the interactive plots, the world map uses the Plotly package to create the world map, and it even has like a little tooltip where you can hover over and see data on the country. And the scatter plot also is an interactive plot that you can resize and even download. And the x-axis on the scatter plot does correspond to the selection in the world map. And now for a demonstration of the R Shiny app.
So here I am making a graph of female life expectancy at birth in years for the year 2018 and overlaying that with male literacy rate over 15 years old on the scatter plot. Now I am changing that to real GDP and infant mortality rate. And you can see that below. And finally here we are changing now we're changing the year from 2018 to 2016, and that updates accordingly. The final R Shiny app encompasses the desired goal from the objectives. There were no sacrifices made in the final product. Additionally, our app is also different than the other ones that we have listed above because the two plots, both the map and the scatter plot, talk to each other. To further improve our app, we could add a dynamic year selection based off available data, as well as country-specific visualizations and graphs such as like hovering over it and displaying that sort of information.